Hi, everybody. I wanted to take a couple of minutes and make a video going through the ebook site so that you could have an idea of what it looks like, what all the different features and elements of it are, just in case you're feeling a little confused or overwhelmed. So once you have purchased a copy of the ebook and you've signed in and registered, hopefully you pick the correct class section or make sure you contact me or web support right away. But once you have logged in, you will get to this page where it says, welcome, right? So you have a little welcome page. There's a chapters tab, additional resources, exams, and gradebook, right? So I just want to take a minute to go through each of these features. On the welcome page, it says, welcome, you've made it to our interactive digital publication, sometimes referred to as webcom or GRTEP or the Kindle Hunt web page. I usually would just refer to it as the ebook site. If you scroll down, there is a little video that I'm making now that you will see on here later. You'll be able to watch it. You're watching it right now. Up here, you can click on chapters. That's where you will find the actual ebook, right? So this is the book that you should be reading for this class. These are all the chapters. And you'll notice I wrote the book, right? So hopefully you find it to be kind of informative and entertaining. I tried to kind of make it with a very laid back tone and give you lots of stories and things to help relate it to myself and also to you. So you can see here each of the chapters, chapter 1 through 16. If you click on chapter, let's say 2, just for example here, when you open that up, it will bring up the entire chapter. So you should be reading through these. You can kind of just scroll down, and that's what I'll do here. You'll notice that there are terms that are highlighted. These are the key terms. And if you put your mouse over them, it will give you the definition. There are images, we have headings to kind of keep you on track of what we're talking about, some pictures, of course, some football references, of course. Keep going down here, there will be little boxes where I give you kind of like side notes or things that are interesting and beyond what we're talking about. Let's see, here we go. I was looking for one of these. There's an apply it box. There's some places where kind of focusing on how can you apply this information. And again, you'll see here, so this is just our typical chapter. So this is what you can expect. Let's scroll back up. You can skip to different headings throughout the chapter, the different sections that are right here. And again, that's linked right here where it says chapters. So that's the ebook, the actual book that you're reading. If you click on additional resources, there's a few things on here that you don't need to use, but they could be kind of helpful if you're interested. These are things that I tend to use in my on-ground version of this class. And since this is online, they're not required, but again, you're welcome to use them. There are flashcards that you can use. I also have PowerPoints that I would normally use in class. They don't have any images in them, but it does have all the text, which may or may not be helpful for you. And then we're not doing warm-ups and the handouts and activities. Those are things that you would find if you bought the physical copy of the book. But we did include them here just in case you wanted to take a look at them for practice or for review. The other really big thing right here is exams. So if you click on the exams tab, it will bring up all the different tests that you will take over the course of the semester. Now, the first one, the mandatory orientation quiz, very important that you're taking this. This is the requirement in order to stay in the class, and it's usually something that I ask you to complete very early on. But you can see there's some instructions that you have 15 minutes, you get 1 attempt, you can use your notes and book, but don't be looking everything up or you'll run out of time. That you have to save your answers, how to submit it. So that's kind of something you'll see before every exam, right? And then if you scroll down, there's a little practice exam to get used to the format. And then you'll find exam 1 through 4 on here as well. So let's open the practice exam just for a moment. Mine looks a little different. It says I get a retake. You only get 1 take at this test. The practice one you can take as many times as you would like, but all the ones that are for a grade, you only get 1 attempt. But you'll notice when you see this, right, it says our course weeks begin on and end on. And you can answer this, so I could pick, let's pick this one, Monday at 12:01 a.m. And then I would hit save answer. And when I hit save, you'll notice this turns like a yellow golden color. And then it moves me to question 2. Which of the following is not true about your instructor? Definitely this one. I absolutely love football. I have my football t-shirt on right now. We're a huge football fan. It better come back this fall or I'll be very sad. And we hit save. And I can skip, I could go to question 5 if I want to. You can go out of order. Notice the gray one will pop up like, oh, you missed it, you went out of order. But you can skip around. As soon as you are done and you've answered all the questions, you'll hit I am finished, submit, submit for a grade. And it'll give you a clock right here. Make sure you're watching the clock so that you know how much time you have left. But when you're done, you'll hit I am finished and it'll say, are you sure? Obviously, I shouldn't do that yet because I haven't finished, but let's go ahead and submit. And once you hit submit, it will give you a grade right away, right? So right away, you will find out your score. I got 2 out of 10, shameful, especially since I created the quiz, right? But it'll show you what you got correct, what you got wrong. And then this will show up in your ebook gradebook. So once you're done with the exam, it will log that you have taken the test, and it'll show up in the gradebook on the ebook site. Now, it doesn't automatically go into Canvas. I have to bring those over myself. So you'll have a gradebook on here that's just the exams. And then when I'm grading the discussions and everything for each week, I will bring those grades over to Canvas so that they can be part of your official class grade. And other than that, I gotta go back to the welcome page here. I think that's just about everything with this ebook site. These little tabs up here are really helpful for you. One other thing, if you scroll all the way down, I'm going to point this out down here. If you're struggling for some reason having access to the exam, having access to the book, something's wrong, there is a web support link that you can use right here to reach out for help. Even though I wrote the book, I have no control over the website. So if you have any technical issues with the site, make sure that you're emailing web support right here. I also have some information on that in our course homepage for ease of reference if you're not able to log in to this page for some reason. So that's it. Definitely look through the ebook, get familiar with it, and I look forward to a great semester with all of you.